we begin. And first, let me introduce to all of our viewers Mr. K.S. Rao, Head of Investor Education and Distribution Development at Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, who will shed further light on the event and will also delve into the lessons from 2022 for the investor community and the financial resolutions we should make for 2023. Over to you, Mr. Rao.
Thank you so much, Gautam, and thank you for that lovely introduction and bringing all the positivity of Indian economy and the day and the way you start the Nivesh Mahakumbhs or any session you do it. We always love to be part of your events, and thank you so much once again. And good morning, friends. It's truly an honor and it's also a privilege and it's a pleasure to invite you all across the platforms who have joined us today. It's being Saturday and you took time to join us for this Nivesh Mahakumbh. And I thank our media partners HT for taking us through. And it's going to be a very interesting day. I'm sure it's going to be an insightful day for every one of us. And wishing you all a wonderful and very happy, healthy, and wealthy new year to each one of you. And that's like, as we played the Aditya Vandana, and it's also a time which is right. We are just entering into the northern hemisphere. I mean, it's the northward direction, Uttarayana we call, and this is the first session which we are doing at Uttarayana. And it's Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Nivesh Mahakumbh is always very special for us. Over last 9 years, we have done many such initiatives to empower our investors only with the intention to educate them right, with the right information, rich and quality content, and have that recency and make it more relevant. And before we move further proceedings, I would like to take few minutes out to brief why this is called Nivesh Mahakumbh. And most of us exposed and experienced Kumbh Melas. It is like we go to the holy river, take a dip, and the whole belief is in the mythology that we can purify our soul. And here, the Nivesh Mahakumbh, of course, we don't need to take physical dip, but it is also to understand the word dip. That's that holy trinity of the financial literacy. The D is delayed gratification. I is an delayed gratification is only to invest today for your better tomorrow. Uh, I is the impact of inflation. If you need to take into account of your inflation for your all goal plannings, and the P, the power of compounding, which probably we learn in our early arithmetic when we are in schools, but we tend to forget. That's the only thing which can give us the true wealth creation. Of course, your financial wellness and spiritual wellness both are important. And today we will focus on many of our panels. On the insights, what we are going to get is how we can make 2023 a better year for us investment. Join us back. I mean, thanks for joining us to the Nivesh Mahakumbh. And this Nivesh Mahakumbh, we started way back in 2015 at Jabalpur, the Central India, and we did little over 25 such sessions across the country, and we see over 4 to 5,000 people coming into these seminars and the physical sessions. And this is the third digital version of it. Today we have over 25,000 people who have registered, but we are having 100,000 people coming on various platforms. Thanks once again. And every Nivesh Mahakumbh we run with a theme, and today's theme we looked at is resolutions into results. This is what Gautam was talking a while ago. Why resolutions and what are the results we can look at? Resolutions will always come to us when we have a reflection. The reflection of what we year the gone by. 2022, the year to reflect, as Gautam was mentioning earlier, it has a lot of positivity. Of course, not everything was positive. We expected COVID-19 to pandemic to become endemic. Yes, it has become an endemic, but unfortunately, we have seen geopolitical scenario, the war, which has created little more uncertainty. And at financial world, we always call it the VUCA world. Probably the VUCA continued. I mean, we have not settled down what it is. And somebody said very nicely, how you brief 2022. He said, it is like Kavi Kushi, Kavi Gum. There was something good, something bad. And the year which has started with a great resignations and year that is ended with a great dominations. And it was a year which we saw the rising interest rates. It was a year which we have seen increased inflation. Of course, we have seen fall of cryptocurrency, and we also seen rise of US dollar, probably over 112 years of history. This is maybe the first time we have seen the rise so high. Of course, interest rates are still northbound, but where tightening is likely to end and inflation started cooling, that gives 2023 looking for us a winds of positivity. And of course, the tough year for many nations across the globe, 2022, and but fortunate for our nation. As someone said, Sky is falling, but India is on rise. And that is thanks to the prudent, positive, and focused measures taken by the government in handling the pandemic as well as economy. We could see India is not only insulated, but its growth story intact. And pundits predict 2023 is going to be reasonably or equally volatile. And debt fixed income space looks very great. It looks good or looks bright, and there could be a metal started shining. Of course, it's each of the asset class will play its role, and all that we what we can do is we can own these multi assets so that we are safeguarded ourselves. Asset allocation play a very vital role at this point of time. We have a special session, the panel discussion, which will talk about the lessons what we have learned and the resolutions we can keep. How is this edge of asset allocation work? Edge is something like equity, debt, gold, and the E stands for equity, D is for debt, G for gold, and other E for either it could be a real estate or estate or equity of international. If you can combination of this, if you can put it right, you can have other things which can work for you in a better way. And you know how you can look at this edge of asset allocation and how you can play what is the right asset allocation. There is a panel which can discuss around this. And you know we have seen the last couple of years of pandemic were very tough, and we moved from the normal to the new normal. Probably we understood health is the true wealth, but wealth management needs utmost focus. And planning for the goals and sticking to the goals and ensuring these goals, we accomplish. We have a panel exclusive discussing on what kind of life planning we can do, how that estate planning can work for us, and what kind of health goals, what kind of financial goals we can work on. Very interesting conversations we can have around this panel. And of course, the last, one more way we can look at is the world is changing faster, and we have seen world can change in a week. Emergencies can happen anytime. There are many instruments which are coming in, what to take, what not to take, what trends are going to happen in the market, whether equity or debt. It could be a fixed maturity, target maturity fund. It could be a passives. It could be alternate investments funds. What's the trends which are happening in the mutual fund industry? Probably one positive trend I can say is retail investors trust on the mutual fund industry has gone substantially up thanks to the mutual fund CIA campaign, thanks to our regulator SEBI, which always says SEBI always says the educated investor is a protected investor. And we all together at fund houses across, including Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, we are in the mission to empower our investors. And this is where SIP book in the mutual funds have just touched 13,000 crores. Outstanding SIP book is still over 6.5 lakh crores. Means, with that positivity, what are the other trends we can work on? And these are the trends in the mutual fund industry and trends emerging. We will have a panel which is going to discuss. A year back at Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, we have launched an exclusive initiative. We have took many such initiatives. One of the major initiatives which is close to our heart at this point of time is the For Her, educating every woman or girl, every household to think about the finance, participate in the finance, and true financial inclusion can happen. We talk about diversity, we talk about inclusion, we talk about equitable income, but what we need to look at is empower women. There is a panel which is going to converse what are the challenges we can look at and how women can participate. Again, the positive note here, is last couple of years we have seen the trend women investing in mutual funds have substantially gone up. Of course, it's just a beginning and it's a long way to go. And this is a panel which is going to discuss what it can do better for it. And this is a period we are not looking at 2023 alone. And as we discussed today at Nivesh Mahakumbh, various conversations, various panels, there is something is happening at Davos World Economic Forum. Everyone talks about India. India is a big buzzword. In a scale of optimism to the pessimism, we stand on the optimism on the higher side, and in the mid comes United States, and the end comes in Europe kind of it. What is this optimism which is making us? Because we have today blessed to have the best interesting times because of the pragmatic government, and we have a progressive economy, of course a pro-market regulator. And this is the time we thought it is for all of us to look how we can make use of this Amrit Kal. For me, I always keep selling the Amrit Kal for the mutual fund investors is the true Amrit we can get. That Amrit is, it's an acronym for me. A is an asset allocation, M mutual fund sahi hai, R how you rebalance your assets, I is your investment planning and staying invested with your SIP route, and T is time in the market, not the timing the market. And with this, I would like I have a request with each one of you. Probably these sessions today end at 2:30, and post that you please visit our website. We have very interesting and relevant content. It is a www.mutualfunds.adityabirdlacapital.com. And we have also got an interesting magazine available to you to download today. This is a personal finance magazine, Samruddhi, which has gone to Vande Bharat trains now, which is across Vande Bharat. We distribute this, and which has reached out to over 50 lakh passengers so far. And please download, which is on the reflections and resolutions, what we can follow, which is, and when you come to our website, you have a blog post, you have a podcast, you have many such initiatives which we do. And I can proudly say our fund house is honored with little over 36 awards on the investor education space over last 9 years. And it's our commitment to the industry, and it's our commitment to the investors. With this, I'll take a pause and invite my boss and CEO at Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, Mr. A. Balasubramaniam, who is also a chief of AMFI. He will be speaking to us what is the macroeconomy looking at, how the global world is looking, and what as an investor we need to look at how the mutual fund industry is going to do and what it shapes for us. And he is not only a visionary leader. Today, whatever we have done at Investor Education, it is his brainchild, and each of these initiatives have come from him. And please listen to him. Wishing you all a healthy, wealthy, and wonderful new year. And I'm sure it's going to be a great insight. Please do join each of the sessions. And some of you, last session is meant for women. If you are if you are a woman, you must. And if you are a man, please do ensure your spouse, your sister, your mother be there, because we look at tomorrow for us, Har Ghar Mutual Fund, Ghar Ghar SIP, and we need to get each one to be part of this financial inclusion. We have Swachh Bharat, we have Swasth Bharat, and we are moving to the Samruddhi Bharat. Wishing you all the good luck, and over to Mr. Bala.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.